Hi, and welcome back to the Sea Hag Plays Donkey Kong 64 Part 11. Here we are going to be fighting the final boss of Angry Aztecs, as well as heading on to our next level, Frantic Factory, where we will get our final Kong of the game. So as you can see, the number of bananas needed to feed the hungry hippo has gone up by 30, I think. Oh no, wait, it was 60 last time, so it doubled. Now, fortunately, because I have been getting at least 75 bananas for each Kong, or exactly 75 in Diddy Kong's case, this is really easy to fill them up. And I am finishing with Diddy Kong because this is Diddy's boss. Here we go. So this is actually the only boss, in my opinion, that is 100% warranted that they're angry. Or especially very, very pissed off. Because Diddy Kong, he starts off kind of innocent, but he actually kills the little dragonfly. And then stomps on it even more. Like, this is a kid's game, folks. So of course Mama Dragonfly is pissed. I think anybody would be pissed if a monkey came in and literally stepped on their kid. So we have a similar mechanic in this one, and to be fair, I would say the majority of bosses in general operate on a similar mechanic. But it's dodge the fireballs, throw the TNT. If you're... I was going to say, if you're too slow, I think they do a wall of fire, but that might be the second time you fight this boss. You fight him later as Chunky. And now we get double the fireballs of death. Ooh, nearly. It's okay if you blow up the TNT because it is... Okay, so I got it actually before it was able to start an attack animation. So I was able to get it before it did the wall of fire. If you're fast enough, you can avoid the worst of the attacks. So of course, as we know from the other one we did, now we get to make a trip to my favorite friend, unfortunately in a large cage, Sir Lumsey. Now, as some of you are probably aware, there are bananas on... golden bananas and such on Donkey's Island itself. I'm only showing those as I come across them at this point in time. I will be doing video before we fight the final King K. Rool battle of the Donkey Kong Island stuff that I haven't gotten yet. So Lumsey's little cheering there actually unlocks us 2 levels, which is really exciting. But my biggest suggestion would be start with the Frantic Factory, just because you do get Chunky Kong fairly early on in that game, or in that level. And of course you need Chunky Kong to get the rest of the banana medals you need, which will come into play specifically in Gloomy Galleon, which is the 4th level of the game. Also, if you're ever seeing a walkthrough or playthrough online, usually I would actually argue and say every single time, unless you are well ahead in bananas, you will start with Frantic Factory over Gloomy Galleon. And I will show y'all something real fun, because this was actually something, believe it or not, I didn't figure out until late in my first playthrough. But right on King K. Rool's ship, we have Snide's HQ, as well as a Diddy platform, which will get me a golden banana from here once I get that ability. And of course, excuse me, the crown battle. And don't worry, we won't have to consistently make this climb because our final banana port is up here, right in front of the entrance to the level. Welcome to the entrance of Frantic Factory. We can't get this right now because we need Chunky for that. We can't get this right now because we need Donkey Kong to open that. And speaking of Donkey Kong, I am going to start with him simply because I like starting with Donkey Kong. It's a little bit of like OCD. I like progressing through the Kongs each one at a time. And of course, we get our little cutscene. Diddy really does just have big dick energy. So this is one of those levels that I think has the creepiest soundtrack in my opinion, and I am very happy for it. So Chunky's the dumb one of the group. He is literally your stereotype of a big dumb jock. This level also has some spots that can be a little bit confusing, because it's not laid out like any other level we've encountered so far. There's a lot of small parts that or small spots that are a little bit harder to get to. So this is a level where actually I think that the walkthrough for this level is going to be very beneficial to anybody who's just starting the game for the first time. So already you see that there's Snide's HQ behind glass. There are these steel walls or metal walls that you need Chunky to have a special ability for. As well as there are several teleporters because there are many sections and levels. As you can see, there's 4 levels to the game. These are ones that you can only kill with those bombs. And there's all these little moments. Like, look, there's 10 of Tiny's stuff, or 10 of Tiny bananas in there. Coin, coin, coin. Lots of glass walls that will be both frustrating and annoying to navigate. Something that I would really like is if Nintendo and Rare could cooperate long enough to actually redo this game, because one of the things I don't like about this game, for example, is the lighting. I would love a digitally remastered version of this game with better rendering. I can't get in there yet. Better rendering, a nice lighting treatment would be good. You know, give it some of the fixins. Now, I don't know if this is how I get Chunky. There is another switch in here, and I think I need Lanky for it, but we're going to do this because these almost always open stuff. So this is the first one where we actually get multiple routes. So here is where we're looking at. I can either fire through the ring or the barrel. The first time through, I fired to the barrel to get the bananas. This time through, I fired through the ring. Ah, yeah, okay, so see that machine? That'll give us a golden banana later, which is awesome. We want the bananas, of course. However, it is the old Donkey Kong game, and it makes me want to cry. So as you can see, we're doing some good prep here. Let's grab Lanky. Grab Banana Port 1. Ba-bow. So that is our Chunky switch. Chunky is now free, which is amazing, and Lanky gets a golden banana. I will be grabbing this golden banana even though I did free Chunky, just because I think it's important. So we will start off Lanky's portion later, with Lanky already having one banana, which is good. Now the reason why I'm taking Chunky out here is because we are close by a couple of spots. He already has some coins, of course, because of those rainbow coins we picked up. Now I don't think I have ready access to Cranky's lab in here yet, because I genuinely don't remember where Cranky's lab is unless it's up here. Oh, it is. Okay, good. So the reason why I'm heading over here first is because I want to get Candy's instrument for Chunky, as well as any potions that Cranky might have for Chunky. And I'm going to also use this opportunity to top up the other potions as well, because Frantic Factory comes with a few other potions for the other Kongs as well. Alright, I believe this is the punching one. Hunky Chunky. Oh, no, this is the big one. So you get in a barrel and Chunky turns into a giant. Literally the opposite of tiny. And then we get one more. Sandwichium Knuckles. Literally what Cranky says does not matter after that. So basically what that means is I now have access to Chunky barrels as well as this lovely punch, which will start unlocking more things for Chunky. I'm going to take an opportunity just to grab that real quick. Ooh, it's a big one. This one is very important moving forward in this game. So the switch that I made appear after using Donkey Kong's Barrel Blast is a prime example of a place where we get a golden banana from pulling a lever. It'll also come in handy in the next couple levels because there will be, at least in Fungi Forest, there is a puzzle, a switch puzzle that you have to use DK to navigate. This is just showing everybody the prep work that you have to do when you get to these levels. I am going to include it in the lockdown. Good lord, in the walkthrough playthrough. Simply because I think it's very important to know when these things come in handy. Because I know there's been times where I've been like, I don't know what to do next. I don't know what to do to move forward. And it's been something super obvious like grab a potion. I am just, as I don't want to have to come back into this little area. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I just want to clear everything in this small part. Ponytail twirled round and round us. He thinks he's a scientist. Alright folks, that takes us to the end of our prep period for the top of Frantic Factory. I will now be heading back to, Jungle Japes and then Angry Aztecs with Chunky to get the remaining golden bananas from those levels. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Sea Hag Plays Donkey Kong 64. I believe we are part 12 or 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this must be part 11. Yes. Thank you for tuning into part 11 of Donkey Kong 64. Please like and subscribe down below if you like what you see, and leave any comments for games that you would like to see me play in the future from the Nintendo catalog. Thank you so much.